Today, I'm going to take a little break from the usual content I put on this channel, and instead, talk about a series that deserves my utmost genuine opinion without my deafening screaming assaulting your eardrums. I was made to read this series for my Patreon tier, You Choose, where somebody chooses a manga and I decide to make a video on it. So this wouldn't be possible without you, spooks! And the series he chose for me to read is Yotsuba. Yotsuba, to all of those who may not know, is a story about a young girl and her father moving to a new neighborhood and having fun little shenanigans with each character they meet. Now that storyline alone makes it sound like the most boring, unfulfilling slice of life that you've ever read, and I probably would have agreed with you, but that was before I actually read it. I actually read Yotsuba when I was about 12, so about 12 years ago, and I absolutely hated it. It was so boring and unfulfilling. But having reread it now, my opinion has definitely changed. And no, it hasn't changed because I've turned into a giant slice of life piece of shit, but it's changed because I've changed as a person, and so has my perspective. And that's because I grew up. Yotsuba is a wholesome story about a young girl who is essentially brand new to this world and is observing and questioning everything. She has that childlike bluntness like any other kid, where if a kid said something mean to you, your first thought is, I'll fucking kill you! But you bite your tongue because they're a kid that you realize doesn't have a filter yet, so you just have to flip them off in your head. It's the traits of learning all the things around her and her childlike bluntness and innocence that make this story so funny and so cute. And you know, when I think about it, never once have I ever read a story that is just purely about a child observing the world for the first time without some weird drama or some sort of sick fucking twist. You can just sit back and watch this girl as she grows and interacts with all these people that see this girl just starting to understand the world for the first time. And that's one thing about Yotsuba that separates herself from any other series out there. And that's the fact that Yotsuba embodies what we've forgotten. That we were kids like Yotsuba at one point who saw the world as something so big and wide and questioned everything because we didn't know anything. Every chapter we get to see Yotsuba experience new things that it feels so cute and sweet that it's like some sort of drug that makes you want to grab a kid's face and go like, just it's so cute! For example, there's one chapter where Yotsuba finds out what an AC is, and then she asks the character why the character isn't using an AC when it's so hot. The character says to Yotsuba it's because ACs help global warming and damage the environment. Yotsuba, being like 5 or 6 years old, freaks out thinking that the ice caps are melting because people are using ACs. She is then told a little lie that ACs actually cool the world and stop the world from being warm, and she relents with relief. It's not nearly as cute when I explain it, and it sounds so stupid, but honestly, I'm sure all of us at least have one story like that when we were growing up. And this is the charm of the manga. And I couldn't see this charm growing up because I was still experiencing what Yotsuba was going through. And the reason I realize that I love this series so much now is because I'm older, and that time's over. So although this manga is so cute and has me saying "ah" out loud more times than I can count, it's actually very bittersweet. And when you think about it, any fiction that makes you feel that way is a treasure that really shouldn't be forgotten. Each chapter gave me a small tinge of nostalgia as well as a heaping of sweet loveliness that has made me laugh out loud so many times at how cute and naive our little protagonist was. Like, there's this scene that I really love that really embodies growing up, and it's a scene near the end of the manga when Yotsuba goes outside and one of the characters is like, come inside, it's raining, and Yotsuba said no, she likes it. And her dad said to the character telling her to come inside, Yotsuba finds joy in everything. And oh my god, just thinking about it, when we were kids, how easy it was. Do you remember how easy it was when we were kids to be happy from the most stupidest shit? And honestly, that's what Yotsuba reminds me of. She reminds me of when we were kids and the world was sparkling and judgment was some sort of foreign concept. So we easily went ahead and did what we wanted to do while it was still amazing in our minds to do, and shit, thinking about that, Yotsuba really reminded me of those feelings when I was a kid, and I'm sure when everybody was a kid, and it did a really great job of it. I know this video was me essentially just kind of talking, not really a review or anything of Yotsuba. It's just kind of like me brain farting all of my feelings of the series, and that's because I just didn't really know how to properly put down in words how amazing this series made me feel. Yotsuba, I feel, isn't the type of series that deserves some analytical video or some real genuine nitpicky review. It's something that deserves to be told with how you feel from it in the most unscripted way possible. Yotsuba is a series that I can definitely see now why it has garnered so much popularity ever since its release. Not only does it help fulfill you with memories you've had when you were a kid, but also have some funny moments and wholesome moments that really give you a good pick-me-up. You really can't go wrong with feeling better after reading Yotsuba. Actually, I think it's impossible to, and even if you feel good now, it'll honestly just make you feel that much better. Yotsuba's so cute, she makes me want to have a baby. I want to have a baby! What? I just had to sit down and talk with you guys about how this series made me feel and how amazing this manga is, and try to urge you to please read it if you haven't, especially if you are really in need of a fuzzy, warm feeling inside of you to make you regain life. Honestly, if you are looking for a series that makes you think about fond memories in your childhood or wanting to relax and feel wholesome, you can't do much better than Yotsuba. And if you are looking for a place to read Yotsuba, then you can purchase it off of Bookwalker. Please use coupon code Sydsnap for 600 yen off your first purchase after making an account. I cannot urge you guys enough. Please go read it if you haven't. You can't go wrong. This is a series that truly, oh my god, it's just, I really hope I told you guys enough about this series. I know I really just yammered on. This video wasn't as scripted. I just kind of put down a script points and but I'm mostly just kind of ad-libbed this. I just really wanted to talk about how it made me feel and wanted to get this out there to all of you. Please just go read Yotsuba. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I love making the content I do, but because it's not usually as wholesome as this, it is often demonetized. So if you are thinking about supporting this channel, then please type in this link here or click the link in my description. If you also have a series that you would like me to make a video on and check out, then please check out my Patreon tiers. There's also a bunch of other tiers. Go check it out. Once again, thank you guys, and read Yotsuba!